This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Nightwing News. Yes, child labor laws. What are those? Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always...
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And we're back. Going to be talking some comics, some Titans. Have an announcement or two for you all. For y'all. Is that a Christmas sweater?
It is. It's Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. I could see the picture. I was like, oh, don't tell me she found like the only Nightwing Christmas sweater in existence.
No, but I'm looking. If I find one, I will let you know.
Nice.
Same, please.
Her boy.
Yes, my hope is someday.
He's getting big. He's getting big.
I know, exactly. Maybe next year. It's possible. Get a few years, I think we'll get one.
Oh, yeah. All right, so should we hit some comics first before we get to Titans?
Yeah, for sure. I took notes.
Wow.
That's right, so I can be more efficient. So, which one would you like to start with? Batman Universe or regular Nightwing?
Why don't we start with Batman Universe, because that's older, so...
Okay, sounds good. So I actually haven't been reading Batman Universe, except just that issue that had Dick in it, so yeah. I don't totally know what exactly Bruce was doing, although I feel like I could kind of figure it out. I mean, it basically the issue one starts with him chasing Riddler and some goons, because Riddler steals this, like, giant gem or something, and they're like, oh, there's something alien in there. Then he finds out it belonged to Jonah Hex. Then the thing, Then the thing has like weird powers. It sends Batman to Thanagar at one point, and then sends him and Green Lantern to the Old West. Where they're fighting Vandal Savage. Then they come back, and yeah, that's kind of where this issue picks up. Yeah. Okay, so I liked it. Like I told you when you sent me the text message, it always cracks me up when they talk in logos in the in the comics where
Nightwing.
Big Walk did it. He was like.
No.
So that's always fun. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Oh yeah. I mean, it made sense. I mean, it wasn't just like a gratuitous guest appearance like we would care anyway, but I'm just, Yeah,
I'm fine for guest appearances, gratuitous or otherwise.
Yeah, but it's just like, hey, Batman goes missing, Alfred hits the button, Nightwing shows up, yeah.
It made sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, this came out a while ago as part of like the Walmart exclusive issues, so this story might be like a year old or a little more, so that's why Dick is actually Nightwing and not Rick.
Not Rick the Cabbie. Well, you wouldn't really. How would Alfred know to contact Rick the Cabbie? Although, plus technically, isn't Alfred dead right now?
Yeah, that happened this week. Yeah.
Oh, that happened this week that he died?
Well, no, they. It's weird. A couple issues back, they showed like Bane snapping Alfred's neck, but then they were like. Supposedly Bruce got a signal from Alfred. He's like, I'm fine, come in, because Bane had said he was going to kill Alfred if anyone came, any of the Bat family came back to Gotham. But so Alfred sent out a signal, I'm fine. But then this week's issue, Batman gets there, finds Alfred dead. He's like, and there's like a pre-recorded message. He's like, no, Master Bruce, I wasn't going to, hurt you in any way. So I come on in. Hello.
So, okay.
But
he wouldn't be able to contact Dick anyway.
Yeah, they'll milk Alfred death probably for like 6 months to a year and then bring him back. It always happens.
Will he become the outsider again? Is Aunt Harriet going to show up to take care of Bruce?
Maybe. See, they've done it before.
I feel bad because Dick's going to get his memory back, and they're going to be like, "Oh, hey, bro, Alfred's dead." Like that sucks.
Yeah.
Although who knows? They often do. That's why we have fan fiction, because the comics often do an excellent job of not dealing with things that they don't want to deal with. So it's like Bruce will be devastated that Alfred's dead, and no one else will have any idea that he's dead.
Oh, no. That happens so much because they kill off so many people in comics now and bring them back. Is like, someone gets their memory back or something. They're like, oh, so-and-so's dead? I missed it. We'll get an issue of Nightwing with Dick beating himself up because, he wasn't there when Alfred, Or I could have helped. I could have saved
I just
him.
hope once he gets his memory back, we get an issue of him with Damian in particular, because Damian seemed pretty broken up. His memory was messed up. Maybe Bruce as well. Anyway, okay, sorry. Quick, back to Batman universe. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, it was fine. It was good. It was like a pretty classic. Oh, I need it. Batman was missing, so you showed up, but now let's go on this adventure together.
Yeah, Vandal Savage, White Lantern.
I just hope that. Yeah, White Lantern. What's the deal with White Lanterns? What's their
well,
thing?
there's different like there's different lantern rings. Each spectrum, like green is willpower. Red is.
I know blue is like hope or something, right?
Yeah. So, but like a white ring can basically has like the power of all of them. So, yeah. So basically, Batman has like the power of any of the lanterns.
Well.
Which when they had it before, I didn't think it was this dangerous. But yeah, the Green Lanterns are like, take it off.
Well, maybe this is a messed up one or something.
Maybe.
Wasn't that weird egg or something?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I assume Dick will be in the next one, 6, because he's like trapped on that spaceship or whatever with Bruce.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It was continued, so yeah, Dick should be there next.
Well, and because I'm a sucker for relationship stuff, particularly Bruce-Dick relationship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it when he was like, "Get out of the way, son," or whatever. Which,
yeah,
I know that "son" can often be used as a generic type term, but I just thought it was sweet that he was like, "Oh, get out of the way! I need to protect you."
Yes.
No, I don't want you to cut me off here, baby.
But yeah, no, it was a good issue. That's why I was like, hey, you should read that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
And it's like actual Nightwing. Unlike what we got in Nightwing 66.
Although I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say, I think in my notes that I have not a lot of action, but it's a good issue because it's definitely moving the plot forward.
Yes. That's why I'm thinking it's early next year, so they're going to bring him. They're going to bring him fully back. They have to. Right,
because something with this memory thing, he's going to somehow, because we know he's a good person, he's going to there's going to be something in there that he seizes on is like, this isn't right, and he'll, break or I don't know, they'll tell him to kill B, and he'll be like, no.
Yeah, because they're basically Talon's trying to rewrite Dick's memories, and make him think he was an owl ever since his parents were killed. But yeah, he has to fight this somehow.
Yeah,
they can't have him killing people.
Oh, well, I mean, because Year of the Villain's almost over, so next year's not Year of the Villain 2. He can't be a villain.
Yeah, well, they'll probably be bringing him back too, though.
Well, right, yeah. I mean, they've said that already.
Yeah, because
in 2020.
Because once again, Tom King's I think his last Batman issue is 85. The one that came out this week was 83. So
okay, so he's almost done.
So we're getting there.
So
I mean, the Rick, quote unquote, Rick Grayson storyline's all right, but yeah, it's been like 16 months now. People, come on. Or no,
really?
Oh no, maybe not. Some of those Nightwings, did they come out twice a month? Yeah, it was 16 issues, I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was issue 50. This is 66. So.
But yeah, back when we had,
I'd say this year at least, right?
Yeah, I remember he was weird when we were at the Batman conference, and he'd been weird for a couple months, but
yeah, I think
that was in April. Yeah, maybe it's been mostly 2018.
Yeah,
or 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably gonna be all this year at least. Here, maybe I'll look this up, see when Nightwing 50 came out, because I can't remember, because I'm old.
Batman 55 when he got shot.
Oh yeah, or even Nightwing 50, because I think they were out the same month. Nightwing 50 originally published October 3rd, 2018. So
that's been over a year.
Yeah.
Torturous.
I'd say about 13 months. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this storyline has gotten better. I think, unfortunately, that I don't know. It feels kind of, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the workings of the industry. To me, it feels as though they went into Dick having amnesia without a plan.
They see what happened is they had a writer and then he left for something else. So I think they were scrambling That's why they were doing like musical chair writers, and then once they settled on Dan Jurgens, I think things have calmed down. There's like a plan now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was the big problem in the beginning, is like they lost.
Yeah, because I think that if this thing that the Court of Owls is taking advantage of, or who knows if we even find out that the Court of Owls was like working with Bane and KGBs and like this was on purpose, like this wasn't just to get Bruce, this was also for the court, like the Court of Owls and Bane are working together to both get what they want. Anywho, I think if right from the start it had been pretty evident that this was a Court of Owls thing, this whole thing would have gone over much better. Because now, recently that it's been the year of the villain, the Court of Owls, it's like, oh, I can see the purpose, why this is going on. It answers a lot of the questions about why he's being a weirdo and why he remembers some things and not. And I think the first few issues, they didn't have this. Yeah, they didn't have a plan. They didn't know that the end game. It felt like at the beginning they didn't know the end game was going to be the Court of Owls is doing this. And so the first few issues, they were just like, he has amnesia and he goes by Rick. Write a comic because we need to sell something. and so it was all kind of like,
yeah, I think, like I said, I think a different writer had a different plan. But then once we get Dan Jurgens in Year of the Villain, he's like, okay, I can make a Court of Owls. Because I think Talon even throws out a line in this issue that he's just like, oh yeah, we were waiting for the perfect opportunity. Boom, he gets shot in the head. Oh, this is it. Right,
yeah. So even it just being like they're taking advantage of it afterwards. But I think, I just think it's becoming evident that when the first maybe the first several months of the Rick issues where they were like, let's randomly bring in, Joker's daughter and all this stuff, they were just marking time. They didn't know what they were doing with the character. They were just, it was like, he has amnesia, write comics. We don't know what the payoff is yet. And now that it's clear there's a payoff, the comics are much better.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I think that people would not be as, because there's been a lot of people who have really hated this amnesia thing. And I think if it had been pretty evident from the start that this amnesia was part of this Court of Owls plan, people would have maybe been like, amnesia's so overdone. But they would have seen right away, oh, this has a point, and there's going to be an end game, instead of just being like, oh my God, how long is this going to last? Because we had no idea at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's the weak side of like DC and Marvel characters. It's like they've been around so long, you get how many writers writing on them. I mean, just in the last year, look how many writers we had for Nightwing. But yeah,
yeah, and I think in this instance, you particularly see the problem when they, with the way comics are now, when they don't have like the plot, when they don't have it plotted out long term.
Yeah. Because
I assume, like, ideally when you start writing comics, it's supposed to be, I have this broader thing that I want to have happen. Because like it's not the 50s anymore where everything is a self-contained story and you're just generating. Honestly, if they didn't know what they wanted to do with Dick, I would have been fine, but that's not how they write comics anymore. But if everything had been like a one-shot that's based on whatever, that would have been kind of cool. But yeah, you could just really see the way that they're writing comics now. If they don't have a solid plan, then you're like, it's really evident in retrospect. You're like, wow, this was really not nearly as good as the one where you had a plan.
I mean, I don't know if they still do that, but I think at least in the 90s, maybe even the early 2000s, I think like they would do like summits, like they'd plot stuff out a year in advance, like all the people writing Batman books would get together, and it'd be, like Tom King could be like, hey, Bane's gonna be my big villain, so hey, you who's writing Batgirl or you who's writing Nightwing, if you want Bane to be doing stuff in your issue, here's how you can do it. And they would plot out like a year. I think they could
also particularly do that kind of stuff in the 90s because they, like, Chuck Dixon was writing a lot of those. And then Devin Grayson was writing a lot of those. So you really you didn't have as big a number of people.
Yeah, the one that springs to mind to me is the Superman books, which Dan Jurgens was on. Because they had like 4 different books, but like they came out every week. So it's like, all the writers had to be like, oh, here's where I'm going to leave it this week so you can pick it up next week. And,
Yeah.
And they like plot out like a year. Yeah.
Yeah. So. And I can't understand sometimes, stuff happens and you're like, oh, that plot's not going to work. Or like you thought it was going you thought people were going to love it and it turns out people hate it. So I understand wanting to have the flexibility too. You just can very clearly see that, and it's nothing against the right, because Fabian is great. Nikaiza, he's a great guy, and I generally like his stuff. But they didn't really give him anything to work with other than like amnesia.
Well, yeah, it basically just threw the concept at him and is like, oh, I don't know where the original writer was going to take this. So yeah. But yeah, I just don't understand how, like, I've talked to a couple different comic book writers, and these days it just seems like the thing that keeps popping up is like people saying, oh, they don't tell me anything. So it's like, I don't understand how that is these days. I mean, with email and, computers, cell phones, you would think communication would be easier. Yeah,
but I wonder if they are thinking about how are they thinking the books are, I know there's a lot of people that read a lot, but are they kind of thinking there's also different markets that maybe they don't want to be as hampered by continuity? I don't know. I think it's been happening a little bit, because one thing, there was that article on the DC Universe app that was about, the like how many women Dick has dated or whatever, that was kind of after the Bruce Wayne one. And in one of them they mentioned, oh, Dick was kind of dating this woman and then he cheated on her with Starfire. But that happened in two different comics. And I remember once when I was doing an interview with Devin Grayson, she mentioned that sometimes stuff like that happens because even then people were kind of in their silos. And so, yeah, in Outsiders, they were having, although then I looked it up, and the thing where he supposedly cheated on this Deborah woman with Starfire was actually when they were possessed by the seven deadly sin demon kid. So I'm like, that doesn't really count as cheating on someone. Plus, do we even know if he was exclusive with Deborah? Whatever. But I was like, that doesn't count when you're possessed by a demon and you have sex with someone.
Exactly.
But anyway, the point that it reminded me with that was, I know, and sometimes it could be good, because I think some of the times when Dick was going through some like really rough stuff in Nightwing, over in Outsiders, he was just like being Nightwing.
Yeah. And
so they don't always. So even in the past, they didn't always line up.
Yeah, but it just seems like in modern times it just gets worse. I mean, I know each writer wants their own like flavor, but it's easy now. Dick's just hanging out in his own book and not on any other bad books, basically.
Right, yeah. But aren't they kind of doing the same thing with Tim? He went over into that Young Justice.
Oh, yeah.
And isn't that, that's all he's in right now, right?
I don't know, boy. I think I saw the solicit for Batman 85. He's on the cover, so I don't know if he's coming in with everyone else. So, it looked like he was in his old suit too, because I was like, maybe.
So not UPS. He's in.
Yeah, no.
Robin.
So, again, unless they just didn't want to. They put those out ahead of time now, so unless they didn't want to like ruin the surprise of the suit, but I'm just like, oh, maybe that suit's not permanent.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because right now there still is a Teen Titans book going on, right? With Damian's in it.
Yeah. There's Teen Titans with Damian, Young Justice with Tim. I think they basically try to give everyone their.
Yeah, Jason's still Red Hood and the Outlaws, but it's different Outlaws now.
Yeah, well, it was Artemis and Bizarro, but then they've been lost in the multiverse too. So, but Jason was solo for a while, but now he's basically undercover because Lex Luthor came to him and was like, "Here, train my recruits. You were trained by Batman. Here, why don't you train some of these new villains?" So, yeah,
interesting. So, yeah, is Roy still dead?
Yeah, Roy's dead technically. Yeah,
and is Wally dead too?
No. He was in prison because they blamed him for all those deaths in Heroes in Crisis. There's weird time travel stuff, but no, he's like, there's like a big cosmic figure has him like running around the multiverse, like fixing like stuff in like some of the dark universes and stuff. Where's that book at?
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, there's like he's in a miniseries right now, Flash Forward. Yeah, because
but Wally's not dead.
Yeah, no.
I think Dick and Wally are better friends than Dick and Roy, but it will still be sad to come up and have your friend.
He met that universe's Roy Harper.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was funny because like everyone except for Roy there, I guess, all the superheroes were vampires, and like Wally's like, "How did that happen?" And Roy's like, "Well, Batman was fighting Dracula. Thought he had to turn himself into a vampire to fight Dracula. So what happened after that? Batman turned everyone into vampires."
That seems fair. Having turned everyone into a vampire. Yeah.
Because it's Batman.
That seems like a bad. Okay, yeah, where's Starfire then?
There's like a Justice League Odyssey book. It's weird. Like her and Cyborg are in space.
Okay.
With like
but she's with Cyborg? I'm glad.
Yeah. I think it's
that was my only sad part when Cyborg got promoted to Justice League. Was he got promoted to Justice League, but he lost all his friends.
Yeah. No, he's with. I don't read the book, but I think he's with Starfire, and it's a weird grouping. So it's like I think Azrael is there too. I'm like, okay, really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't read it either.
Yeah, but so yeah, they're all out there somewhere, except for poor Roy. But yeah,
doing their thing.
All right, should we talk some Titans?
Yeah, I think we've pretty much exhausted the comics since not a lot is happening, honestly.
Yeah, let's talk to three. Let's talk to 3 episodes we saw, and then we'll talk about the trailer for the finale.
Okay, and then I have trivia.
Oh yes, that's right.
Okay, so yeah, the first one was Fall. Well, the first one that we haven't talked about yet was Fallen.
Yes.
And totally, that's where the Nightwing inspiration came from.
I mean, I get what they were going for, but I'm just like, I mean, I guess it's good that Dick was inspired by like these prisoners, but I was just like, I kind of miss, the whole thing. Oh, he's inspired by Superman and Batman, because I'm like, we even have they've mentioned Superman in this universe. Maybe
Superman. He'll say something about it in the episode, because he hasn't decided on a name yet.
Yeah,
and
true.
I wasn't watching that one with closed captioning, but I saw online somebody said that the word they said for the thing Asgul means like blue bird or something.
Yeah, I know they said something about a bird. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a direct translation of Nightwing, so it could be that. I mean, he has to decide what name to give himself, so he could just say, "Oh, I picked Nightwing because that blue bird that came at night, and it reminds me of this Krypton story I heard."
I think I just had a bad taste in my mouth because just the way they got Dick to prison, I was like, really?
Yeah, it didn't bother me as much then once he was actually in the prison. Because I liked that, so I liked, once I kind of wrapped my head around it, that it wasn't a rent-a-cop. Whoops, my bad. It was some kind of federal officer. That he was in a federal detention center.
Yes.
So actually a lot of those people, so the people he let escape were actually asylum seekers who were in detention, not necessarily criminals.
Yes.
And so I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And that's, very inspiring. He knows that these people, it's like, that's part of what being a vigilante is about, is sometimes you break the law for true justice.
Exactly.
And so we did that. And I was like, oh, that's nice. So I like that. I was super worried about Gar though.
Yes.
And I still am.
Yeah. Is that the one? Is that the one where they cut top of his head off? Where he's messing with his brain?
I think that might have been the middle episode.
Oh, okay.
Yellow, but I was worried because you should always be worried when Cadmus captures you. That's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, they're experimenting on him and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is one kind of problem I have. Is I just feel like the pacing is a little bit off or maybe it's not that the pacing's off, but maybe it's that they've thrown in a bunch of stuff near the end, and I have no idea how everything's going to get resolved.
Well, because some of it might be season 3, which they said we're getting a season 3. So
yeah, because I mean the thing with Gar, and who knows what they're doing with Connor? We haven't even seen him again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that's a big thing.
I think he's shown up in the finale, but it just almost seems like they wanted to get Gar and maybe Connor out of the way for a while.
Right. Yeah. And
like story-wise.
But that's kind of but I mean, having them be with Cadmus, messing with their brains, that's like kind of a big thing.
Well,
you don't just
that'll give us an excuse in season 3 to fight Cadmus, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's like I don't know, if you wanted to get him out of the way, couldn't you be like, oh, we got lost in a cave? I don't know. I mean, just something goofy that then you're like, oh, we finally made it out. Not something that's, life scarring you for life.
Yeah.
But, drama and grit.
Well, yeah, then you can have Gar dealing with PTSD later on and stuff, you know.
The only thing is, I thought they haven't done much, but didn't he once change into something that wasn't a tiger?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I thought. But now they only ever have him changing into a tiger.
Unless that's...
It's kind of making me sad, because part of the thing... So that's one thing is that I'm wondering, is Cadmus fiddling with him going to give him the ability to change into any animal he wants?
Maybe. I thought he did like a snake or something, but maybe tiger is the easiest thing for him to do.
I mean, maybe he likes tigers best, so that's what he thinks of. But yeah, I know there was something else he changed into, but they haven't repeated it at all. So anyway, the other thing is Rachel killed someone again, and I really kind of hope the show at some point deals with help her get a handle on that, because as they're going to try to be hopefully more heroic in seasons going forward.
I think it's just her fighting her dark side. You know, it's them getting all, you know, her father's a demon, literally.
Right. But, I mean, in the comics, it's the same thing. She has that demon side, but she uses it for good. So I just hope they have her, you know, like, get a control on it so she can, you know, be a hero like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. Just looking up some of the reviews here, seeing if we missed anything. But then that scene in the tower, like when, you know, Connor and Crypto come back, you know, before they get taken, and Gar's like, "What did you do, man?" I'm like, he doesn't understand. Right.
And I mean, and that's good. And I think definitely they can do more. Definitely they can do more with that. I mean, if they want to make things slightly less gritty, I mean, you can get a lot of mileage out of helping someone who has a basically grown-up body catch up mentally, and, you know, lots of team bonding and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe that would be more of like a Young Justice kind of thing, because the tone of the shows is very different.
Oh yeah.
So the next one.
Yes, episode 11.
Episode called ELO.
It's
that because Bruce popped in, and there's that one Electric Light Orchestra song where they talk about Bruce?
Oh, maybe, but no, I think is it like EL, like there's like a space and then O?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's. I'm not sure what it stands for.
Wasn't it that? What was the name of that town or whatever that was on the radio, or what they were talking about?
Elio, or yeah, maybe that was it.
I forget, but
Elio.
When they all meet at that restaurant, I'm trying to remember.
Elko.
Yeah. What was like the sign burned out or something? Maybe I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's supposed to be EL space, like blank space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you're. Oh, okay, got it.
That's what I'm trying to remember. Yeah, if there was like a sign with like the K blacked out or something. Yeah, but.
Okay, Elko. Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like Dick's in jail and he's sick and hallucinating Bruce again.
Again, I know, I wrote down, still some mental issues with Dick. We need to get a team therapist in here.
Well, he was sick this time, so at least there was like some kind of, you know, it was like a fever dream maybe, but it was like, you know, fake Bruce was helping him figure out, hey, Jericho's still alive.
Right.
Inside Deathstroke.
But I still feel like when you're hallucinating people, you should also get some therapy.
Yeah, well, but again, he was sick. You know, he was only. Oh, you know what I heard somewhere? That scene when a couple episodes back when Dick goes to see, you know, he sees Deathstroke, and you know he's like, I'm going to kill all the Titans. You know, I guess they said his hand must have been signing help. Yeah,
because then one of the when Dick's starting to think about it, you see a close up, and there's the hand is moving.
Master detective.
Well, you know, when you're stressed, I guess.
I know. That's why Bruce has no emotion.
But I suppose also, I mean, yeah, it's a lot to, at least, yeah, it would have been better if you had thought of that before you got arrested, but, you know, whatever.
I like even that, like, you know, fake Bruce was just like, hey, you didn't kill Jericho. Deathstroke killed Jericho.
Right, yes.
You brought him in, but, you know, it wasn't your hand that actually killed him.
Yep. Yeah. So that's why he gets his act together. So you were totally right on Rose being the kind of traitor. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, well she was working. Oh yeah, we did see more of that in in episode 12. You know, like the whole backstory of that. But yeah, I mean,
right.
We see, you know, she's like texting with Deathstroke, and well, you figure. I mean, one, it's his daughter, and two, you know, she takes that Tara role that, you know, from the original Judas contract.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
But I cracked up when they meet at the diner, and then Bruce comes in, talks to him for like 5 minutes, and then leaves. Like, you came all the way from Gotham to Nevada, and then who was it? Corey was like, "Did he just come in here to mansplain to us?"
I know. I was like, for a 5-minute conversation, you couldn't like call on the phone or like Skype or something. You know, yeah.
I know, but doesn't that also kind of seem like a very Bruce Wayne thing to do?
Yeah,
like,
it does. But just like the whole thing with Dick going on, I was like, wait, is that the real Bruce?
Oh, maybe they all hallucinated Bruce Wayne. Well, he took that donut, and hallucinations don't need to eat.
That's true. That's true. But I was
also there was a car there that drove away, so I think he might have been real.
No,
yeah,
I mean, when he first walked in, I was like, "Is he a hallucination?"
Oh, right. No, yeah, that's what. Yeah. I guess we can assume he like flew a plane out and then drove over to that crappy diner and then drove back. But yeah, it was still over the top. And you're like, you have too much money.
Because I guess maybe it's just the comics, but like I really don't see Bruce as the type to like get the Titans together and say, "Hey, go help Dick" or whatever.
I don't know. He knows they're all effed up and they need it.
Yeah, I know. Yes, he gets all the female.
They need each other.
He gets all the female Titans to come back together in this diner. My GPS brought me here.
What?
My GPS brought me here.
Oh yeah. Although I was thinking it must have been Rachel, because I don't think Bruce knows how to control like television.
He's Batman.
Stuff like that. I guess so. Yeah. Yes, Batman. But yes, I mean, on the other hand, yeah. I mean, it was funny, but it is also kind of. Shouldn't you be like trying to find Jason because he's your son who's in Gotham but not living at your house? He's randomly breaking. See, Jason's being like Rick in the Amnesia Rick. Like, I'm breaking into other people's houses.
How do you know Bruce doesn't know where Jason at? He probably has him chipped too. He's probably like, okay, he's there.
Well, I mean, he probably does know, but shouldn't you like tell him to not do that?
Well, maybe he's like, okay, he's not in immediate danger. Like Dick might be in an immediate danger.
Feels like poor parenting to just let your kid break in and live in random people's houses.
Again, it's Batman.
Okay.
It's Bruce.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's fine.
Where's Alfred?
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
Mostly. I thought it was cool that it made a lot of sense that Donna and Dawn would be like, all right, we got to go back. And Corey and Rachel would go to help Dick because, Rachel, Dick have that, like, special big brother, little sister bond.
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of cool that he had actually already escaped.
Do you think it was just random, or do you think that, like, the original Titans members in that group went to get Gar, and, like, the newer ones, like, Rachel and Corey went to get Dick?
Yeah, wait, what do I think about it?
Do you think that was intentional?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think...
Dawn were just like, it's Dick Grayson. Let him...
Right, yeah. Well, because I think this will show that the original Titans are still annoyed at him, even though, and also though they've been around Dick longer, so I think they're like, yeah, he can probably take care of himself, and Gar cannot as much, which is true. And yeah, I think that Rachel wanted to go because she has because of that, like, big brother, little sister bond.
Yes.
That they have, and Corey is close to Rachel, so she wasn't just gonna let Rachel go on her own into a detention center when she's 16. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I see what you did there.
But then we get to episode 12, Faux Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a ridiculous title, but my main thing I put in there was, oh my gosh, so much is going to have to happen in the last episode.
Unless there's a cliffhanger.
They set up so many different strands. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, they're going to have to continue something, especially, we'll get to the trailer, but.
Sure, right, but so, yeah, even though it's, new and different from the comics, I thought it was cute and very funny that there's like basically an Edna mode now or multiple Edna modes of DC, and Dick went to Stu's shop and Stu was mad at him because he burned the suit. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, the only thing that that was cute. But the only thing that bothered me was like he was like, "Oh yeah, Bruce had us cook something up for you," and I was just like, "No, Nightwing, like the conception of the idea is supposed to be all Dick. That's supposed to be his stepping away from Bruce at least a step or two, but it's just like." I don't know.
Yeah.
It just rubbed me the wrong way. They're like, here, Daddy told us to make you this new suit. Here you go.
Yeah, and I did see that, like, that is a bit different, because I think in all of the versions, he's done the first suit himself. Although, I think the first time he went to Finger Stripes, didn't Harold make that?
I think so. I mean, I would have no problem if Bruce paid for the suit, but conceptually, I would like Dick to come up with the idea.
Yes, yeah. But although I think Bruce did not come up, Bruce was just like, yeah, he's going to need something new.
Oh, okay. I thought they
didn't. No, I understood it as they're like, we made a suit. Like, we've already made one because Bruce called and said you probably need one. And he's like, of course he did. I thought it was just supposed to be like, yeah, Bruce knows you'll eventually, get over your guilt stuff. And you'll be like, yes, I am a hero. Crap. I burned my suit. Now I need a new one.
I love how they mentioned the new suits, Nomex, because I was waiting for Stu to say, "Yeah, this one won't burn."
Yeah, but yeah, yes, I get that. I was a little bit disappointed that they're like, "Oh, hey, we already have it done, so you don't even have to tell us what you want. Just ta-da!" Yeah, but I suppose also for efficiency reasons. I feel like that might be why.
I guess. I mean, I just a quick scene. They could have been like, okay, we've built it. Now, how do you once you sit down at the computer and design, what colors would you like?
Right, and that's true. We don't know. But my guess is, there could be an opportunity for him to be like, yeah, let's do this, and then go, because maybe they're like, hey, we haven't picked the colors yet or whatever. Because I thought it was funny, of course, how they spin it and he's like, you've outdone yourself, and then they cut out.
Yeah. I would just love a quick scene. It's like, hey, here's your new car. What color would you like it? What extras would you like?
But yeah, my guess is they did that to save time, so that like the next time we see Dick, he'll already be in that suit. There won't be any more with the Stu's bespoke superhero shop.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. But overall, I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah, but
set the fruitcake on fire and stuff.
But like we were mentioning, yeah, we also got Rose's origin.
Yes, yeah. I think that's, although in the comics, she and Joey Jericho, they have the same mom, don't they?
No.
Or does she have no. They don't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay. In the comics, yeah, no. He is, when Slade was overseas, he slept with like I think he was the madam of like a brothel or something.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that part, because I don't know as much about Rose's. And I was like, is she? Okay. So
so that's canon. Yeah, they do not have the same
so with
mother.
Adeline, is that how I say it? Yeah. He just has Grant. He just had Grant and Joey.
Yes, with Adeline, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because that's the other thing. Like, I don't know if they'll do it here, but I know in the comics, yeah, like Adeline just like, she kind of despised Rose just because every time she saw her, she saw this indiscretion that, Slade, performed. Yeah. But yeah, no, I guess this was like a one night stand, and the mother never told Rose about, her father until she gets in an accident on her bike, and they're just like, she gets hit by a car, but then she's in the street just like, no, I'm fine.
Which would be for Ricky.
Oh yeah, she just got up and rode away, and the people are like, "What? What's going on?"
Yeah, pretty crazy. But yeah, actually, that would seem like a pretty good origin story.
Oh yeah,
like it played out well. It made sense.
And she tracked down Slade, and she's like, "I'm your daughter," see, and shoots herself in the hand.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I'm like, couldn't you do that a little? There are less painful ways to do that.
No way, teenagers. It's gotta be big and dramatic. Yeah. So that was good.
But then like Slade shows up of it. First he tells her, yeah, just go back home to your mom. I don't want nothing to do with you. But then he says, oh, I'll be willing to train you. But yeah, he just wants to use her against the Titans.
Yeah. Slade's not a very good dad.
There's these evil people called the Titans.
Yeah. Tis true.
And then...
But yeah, and then... They're kind of doing like it reminded me with Gar, like Clockwork Orange, because it's classical music that makes him freak out. Yeah, and so now they're using him to kill.
Unless they're just like, like most teenagers don't listen to classical music, so he's only going to come into contact with it when we play it,
right? Or when he goes to a coffee shop,
where
they're playing like smooth jazz or something.
That Christmas music.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm very worried about what they're going to do with.
And then we see what we finally see where Hank's got off to.
Yeah, it was silly, but also kind of feels fitting for Hank since he's such a rage machine.
Basically, a fight club, and he's getting high and.
Yeah, I guess I don't really know much about the world of drugs, because I thought that. And maybe it is different. I thought before Hank was taking a lot of prescription pills, and Dawn was kind of, we need to wean you. Like, you can only do this because you're, I don't know, hepped up on Percocet or something, and that's not good for your body. I didn't think before he was taking illegal drugs. Well, or maybe he was, or maybe the illegal drugs are a new thing.
Maybe he wasn't. I mean, again, I don't know much about drugs either, but I mean, can't you get like the same effect from certain illegal drugs as you get from like you said, Percocet and other stuff?
Yeah, although I think it's heroin. I think that's why there's like a big heroin thing going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
In the United States is because a lot of like OxyContin and stuff.
Yeah.
Similar to Harrison, and I think Hank was doing coke.
Yeah, he snorted something, but I'm trying to remember. I don't know if you can snort heroin too in some form, maybe also. So, unless cocaine's the only thing he could get his hands on.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, wait, what did the guy say? He said $200 you could. Did he say to buy smack? That would be heroin.
Yeah.
Maybe it was heroin. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, he's just been fighting and getting high, and
we're like the most bougie people right now. We're like, I don't even understand drugs.
Well, that's good. We don't understand drugs. But then that kid steals his costume. Or no, he says you sold. Don't you remember you sold it to me for $200?
Yeah. So
for drugs.
I'm just kind of wondering the other. So aside from I wrote just for that episode, so much needs to happen in the last episode, and then how are they going to clear up Dick's arrest? Although I feel like they're probably just going to be like, whatever, and we'll just go forward pretending it didn't happen.
Oh, Bruce is erasing some computer files or something.
Maybe Oracle, if she lives back in Gotham, it exists.
And he's paying somebody off something.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, a lot is, and something's up with Corey. I don't know, because she was trying to do the blast and she couldn't. So I don't know if she used up or if she does she need to recharge through the sun too?
I think.
Or is that just
just
a Superman thing?
I think she's solar, unless they changed that for the show. But I just wonder if it was like psychosomatic too, because she's under so much stress.
Yeah, because that's always kind of been the thing with Tamaranians is it's like, why is she not just star blasting all the time? It's because she has to channel her emotion and.
Because basically her sister's, stranded on Earth and be like, hey, I'm killing the family and taking over, so.
Right,
have fun.
Which is why I want them to somehow build a spaceship and go to Tamaran.
That's what I'm saying. Season 3. Oh, maybe Cadmus has one laying around. They'll fight Cadmus, then they'll be like, hey, there's a spaceship. And Corey's like, hey.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, they'll fight Cadmus. There'll be a spaceship there. And Corey.
The Titans always have a spaceship. Didn't Cyborg build it? But Cyborg's not a Titan.
No, because they're on Doom Patrol. But no, then Corey could be like, hey, who's up for a road trip?
Yeah, for sure. I think they all do need to get off Earth and,
I just want to see them fighting someone for a season instead of, like, each other.
Right, yes, that would be good. That would be good as well. Plus, them going to Tamaran and fighting Blackfire and, helping Corey do a thing. Like, that happened in New Teen Titans. That's already written. You just gotta go with it, You don't have to reinvent the wheel for that one. You can just... adapt it. Because, I mean, obviously that's what you do. I mean, they're adapting with this one as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do in the season finale because we got the trailer for episode 13, Nightwing, titled Nightwing.
Yeah.
And we got a shot of the suit.
Yeah, quite a lot.
I think we saw like a quick flash of him fighting Deathstroke in the suit. I'm like, that's not going to be like the last 2 minutes, is it? Cliffhanger.
I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't know. I feel like it's more traditional that your season finale wraps everything up, but they didn't do that last year. So I really have no idea if it's going to be a Titans thing that they end the season on a cliffhanger just to torture us, or if that was just like a weird whatever with the first with the first season.
Yeah, I mean, they can do whatever they want because, yeah, like we said, they already confirmed the season 3 for 2020.
Right.
So,
but like, let's list various things. If they wrap everything up, what needs to happen? So, Gar and Connor need to get out of Cadmus, and then there's something up with their heads, particularly with Gar.
Yeah,
so that's kind of like 2 things that need to be wrapped up.
I mean, you could get them out of Cadmus, but like leave that as a cliffhanger that their minds, they're
right. Yeah, what's going to be up with Rose
and Deathstroke?
Is she gonna be a traitor to the end, or is she gonna not be?
Oh, well, that's the other thing, because in that trailer they said a Titan's gonna rise, like, Nightwing, but a Titan's gonna fall, so is someone gonna die?
Right, and then you notice at the end of the trailer, Dick's wearing a suit, and Rose and Gar are like it's like there's a shot of 3 of them, which makes me wonder, are they at a funeral?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
At the end, in which case, if I could pick any Titan to lose, it would be Hank, because he's my least favorite and he's just like not the kind of character I enjoy. So I'd be like, oh, please let it be Hank. But my fear is it's gonna be Jason, because Jason, of all those, I mean, like Donna's died and then come back, but Jason is of all those people, he's the one who's most famous for dying. And the other thing is when he and Rose were together in which one was it? The ELO episode, and he takes her to the school. Aren't they quoting West Side Story at each other? And like, that's a bad sign, because what happens in West Side Story? Die. And because I'm afraid, like, if it was more Judas contracty, if you will, Rose would die. But how is that really gonna then that's just a whole nother issue with Deathstroke.
And if that is a funeral, Rose is standing there.
But yeah, right. And if it is a funeral, Rose is there, so she's obviously not the dead one. But in the Judas contract, there was kind of like, Terra Beast Boy were a thing, and one of them died. So it's like lots of things are pointing to Jason being the one who would die. Which sucks. And then my question is Jason, are they going to do the obvious thing then and have it be Jason? Or are they going to have it be somebody else?
Well, what
of course, what do they mean by a Titan will fall? Is someone going to die, or is...
Yeah.
I hope not.
I mean, I could see them doing Hank, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just wonder if they're going to do a swap, and like maybe Rose is going to become an official Titan, and then they're going to make it look like Jason died because everyone's expecting that. But then like our cliffhanger is like they show like Deathstroke has his hands on, has him somewhere. Maybe he's going to brainwash Jason or something. And next week, and then next season or something, it's going to be like, who is this mysterious Red Hood who keeps attacking us?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because that's the thing. If they kill him, are they going to bring him back?
Like, come on, guys. It's only the 2nd season. You don't have to be killing people already.
But the first time Jason showed up, everyone's like, oh, is he going to die?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, Jason's mostly famous for dying.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean that he has to die right away.
Well, he showed up. He was in a few episodes of season 1. He's been in all of season 2.
Not all the episodes of season 2, though. Whatever. In my opinion, # too soon. But whatever. Well, and the other thing, of course, is Titan Rising. I mean, I would say it's mostly Nightwing. Yeah. But, like, remember, it could be Jericho, too, because in the original Titan Judas contract, both, I mean, this is Nightwing news, so we're obviously more about Nightwing.
Yeah.
But to fight Deathstroke, Jericho also debuted.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to have to be like, if they do want to kill Deathstroke. They're going to make, how are we going to do that? Jericho's still in there.
Right. And I noticed that Dick's Eskrima stick was electrified.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way that, I mean, because presumably he's got, which I don't know since this is very much comic book science, but like if someone is trapped inside someone else, how does one get them out?
And it's like, where
is there a certain jolt of electricity that will zap their body out of somebody else's?
And if you can jump Jericho out, where's he going to go? His body's dead, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, so yeah, is that going to be the cliffhanger? Is it going to be like, yeah, Nightwing comes and is fighting Deathstroke, and then what, at the beginning of next season, we got to figure out how to get Jericho out of Deathstroke?
Maybe, if they
That's the thing, there's so many things to wrap up.
That's why I think they're not going to wrap everything up. That's what.
No. They're just going to leave us with intense cliffhangers.
There's another cliffhanger. How are we going to save Jericho? They'll capture Slade and they'll be like, how do we save Jericho?
Or I'm wondering is, it looks like someone will die. We'll get Jericho out. I don't know. Because, I mean...
Oh, do you kill Hank and put Jericho in his body?
That'd be an improvement. I mean, actually, I like Jericho's physical body better. He's like...
Yeah.
But Jericho in Hank's body would be an improvement personality-wise, for sure.
And that'd be weird for Dawn, because it's like, your ex-boyfriend died, but there's somebody, there's this other guy running around in his body.
Trauma. I don't know. But yeah, I think those are most of the things that need to be wrapped up. Because yeah, I feel like I think of what's going on with Corey as a cliffhanger, but I don't know if that really should be thought of as a cliffhanger or if it's more.
Yeah, they're really not going to get into that till at least season 3.
Right? Yeah. If it's more that because I just know that it's a thing that happened in the comics.
Yeah,
and I want it to happen.
All right, so are we going to do 2 episodes in December then? Are we just going to do an episode next week on the finale and then do the comics towards the end of December?
I guess we should watch the finale and text each other about it and see if
yeah.
Because what if it turns out to be like a total dud?
He's in the suit. He's in the suit. How bad does it have to be for us to be like, oh, I don't want to talk about that?
Yeah, right. Okay, fair.
He's in the suit fighting Deathstroke. What more? How bad is it going to be? I think the only complaint's going to be.
It depends on who dies. I might be really sad.
I know. Well, that's what the complaint's going to be. If any, it's going to be like, do you believe how they left it?
Well, right. Yeah. We'll be like, ah.
Oh, unless they leave it ambiguous, like it looks like someone dies, but you're not entirely sure if they're dead or not.
That would be good. Although the other thing, and this is a weird twisted way of it being positive, is I suppose if it is Jason that dies, then I can stop having the worry of like, oh, when are they going to kill Jason? Oh, when are they going to kill Jason? Because I can't imagine that even though by this point in time Jason has come back and stuff, I can't imagine that Jason being on the show, he would never not end up. Like, he would be killed at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I guess if he dies now, then I'm like, okay, well, now I don't have to worry about when is Jason going to die, because it happened.
He's either going to die or they're going to think he's dead.
Yeah.
Something.
Unless it's somebody else, but it's probably Jason.
Unless he gets shot.
The only other option I could see is I don't think it will be Hank. I would want it to be Hank.
Yeah.
But the only other option is I suppose it could be Donna, because Donna does die once in a Titans thing. But but Jason's way more famous for dying, so it's probably gonna be Jason.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if it was Hank, just because they showed him this episode all down and out, and like maybe he sacrifices himself, he redeemed himself by sacrificing himself to save his friends or something.
Yeah, but I feel like there's really no reason to think it will be Hank. The only reason we're talking about it being Hank is because I'm like, if I had to sacrifice someone, it would be Hank. Yeah. Like, if someone has to die, I want it to be Hank.
But I love
because he's my least favorite.
Yeah. But I love the finales on Black Friday. I'm off, so I can just get up and be like, oh, what's the first thing I'm doing? I'm watching Titans.
Well, I don't think it'll drop till like 9 o'clock. It doesn't drop.
Well,
Friday, so it doesn't drop until 9.
Don't
get up at Black Friday time to watch it.
No. Set my alarm for like 8:59. I'm like, yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. So send us your thoughts on the finale.
Right.
But do it quickly, because I don't know how quickly we're going to record. But send your thoughts as soon as you watch the episode.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, maybe we could talk on that Friday night or that Saturday after. Probably. I don't know. Let me know.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll see what our schedules look like, and yeah.
So, all right. So now we're going to start, because we're trying to be more interactive to all the who knows how many people who are listening. So we have the Batman Trivia Challenge.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you a question, Phil, and then I'll tell you the answer, and then we'll leave one. So I was thinking, make sure you put out what the email or the phone is. Give us your name and the question, and we'll give a shout out to everyone who gets the answer correctly, and then hopefully if we get more people through that, we can then start sending out prizes.
Yeah.
Depending on how many people get it right, we might have to be like, everyone who got it right is in a drawing, and we'll draw your name out. But we have to collect some prizes and stuff.
Yes.
All right, but I wanted to ask you this one, since we both drink tea, although it sounds like you're more of an iced tea drinker and I'm more of a hot tea drinker. But according to this book, what is Bruce Wayne's favorite type of tea? Got any suggestions?
I would say, I don't know if it's just Star Trek on the brain, but is it like Earl Grey? Did like Alfred get him in this?
So according to this book, it is Lapsang Souchong.
Of course.
Yeah, see?
Of course.
Yes, yeah. Which I have to say that does kind of make sense for Bruce Wayne, because it's a little bit more expensive tea, and it has I don't like Lapsang Souchong because it's too smoky for me. It's very smoky. But hearing it's expensive. Bruce is a rich person. Oh, it's kind of smoky. I don't know. That feels like also a Bruce thing.
And is it like from the Far East or something? It sounds kind of Asian.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I could see him picking up that, trying that the first time while he was traveling the world, picking up his skills and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
So yeah, it makes sense. I'm just maybe I'm a little sad that my favorite tea is not the same as Bruce Wayne's, but I guess I'd rather have the same favorite tea as Alfred or Dick Grayson. Yes. But I don't know. I assume Alfred's is 100% got to be Earl Grey. That's the most British thing possible.
Yes.
I don't know as anyone else. Everyone else, sadly, the bats seem to be much more coffee drinkers. Actually,
well, yeah,
I don't even really.
They're up all night.
Know how much
they're up all night. They need something to keep them awake.
Well, right, exactly. And coffee has much more
caffeine. Yeah.
All right, so then this one now will be for the audience.
All right.
Okay, so this one has choices. So
multiple choice, nice.
Okay, it says, we're going back to the beginning. When Robin was being created in 1940, a few alternate names for the character were tossed around. Which of the following was not a suggested name? So 3 of these lost out to Robin, and one of them was not even on the drawing board. And so we want to know which one wasn't on the drawing board. So the choices are Tiger, Wildcat, Socko, or Sparrow. So out of Tiger, Wildcat, Socko, or Sparrow, which, according to this book, so I cannot confirm or deny personally, which one was not an option for Robin's name. And I guess it will be revealed in a week or so after. So if you have a guess, hit it up on the way Phil tells you to contact us.
Yes, and
get it right.
I'll tell you later.
If you get it right, we will sing your praises and clap really hard for you. And if you don't get it right, but you're the only person who responds, we will also sing your praises and clap for you on the shows.
Yeah, come on, Wingnuts. Yeah, I'll do all this. I'll do all the social media, but it'll be in the show notes too. So
there you go. Like we said, if we get enough people participating, we'll start getting prizes.
All right, but yeah, should we some announcements? Well, one on this show. Next, starting in January, we're going weekly for Dick Grayson's 80th anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, because history is important. Woohoo! And Dick is 80 now in 2020. So, yeah, I guess we'll post somewhere the list. We were going to do Dick Grayson in 80 episodes, but then we just love so many of the comics. So I did 80 episodes, 80 comics, and I did 80, and then Phil did 80. So I I think I cut a couple out that I did. So it's more like Dick in 160 issues.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because some you'll get more issues than others, but I mean, it's exactly a year because I think it's 51 or 52 episodes. Yeah. So yeah, weekly, every week you'll be getting Nightwing news. You'll be getting we're starting right at the beginning, Detective Comics 38, and then
and I would say we'll post the list.
Yeah, I'll post the list. Yeah,
but certainly if anyone has suggestions that are not on the list, I'll be happy to hear them because I make no claim that this list is any sort of definitive.
No,
it's not like the best 80. I mean, generally the ones I picked I like the best, but it was just like, what do you want to read? What do you want to read? So, I mean, my 80 were very much like family relationship. Oriented.
Yeah.
So if there's like some pretty classic action type ones that you think we should be reading, I would welcome that feedback.
I mean, I think we got a nice little mix. You know, some of his time as Robin, some time with the Titans. You know.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely feel like Robin and like old Robin like after he's been Nightwing, but when they go back, like year one kind of stuff as Nightwing. Like old Nightwing, like 80s Nightwing, 90s Nightwing, 2000s Nightwing. I think we're pretty good in that. But in terms of kind of the tone, I mean, a lot of them are, like origins or coming of age. I picked a lot that focus on his relationship with Bruce.
Yeah, we even have, we got a lot. Yeah, we even have stuff of him as Batman.
Like his relationship with Tim or Damian. Or
yeah. I mean, we basically start like we said, from his first appearance.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we go right from his first appearance right up through Rebirth. So, yeah,
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll have to tack stuff on at the end because Rebirth is scheduled for a year from now. So who knows? Something amazing might happen.
His triumphant return, yes.
We'll have to bump it up.
Yes, and but whenever we get a new issue or something, we'll sprinkle those in, wherever they land. So.
Right, yeah, and then I guess Titans would probably start again in August or September of next year.
Yeah, so we'll add those in next fall. Yes.
Maybe we'll get some Young Justice. I don't know. They said they were going to do a fourth Young Justice, but they haven't said when, right?
Yeah, I don't think they said when, but probably this summer or something. Yeah, we'll have those too. So yeah, you'll still get your same content, but yeah, we'll be back weekly, and like we said, you'll be getting all a bunch of old reviews too. So
yes, you can hear us pour our hearts out about issues that we love.
But second announcement: if you are a fan of all Batman things, like we are, on the Capes, starting next year on the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks every Monday, you'll be getting me, Lilith, sometimes Tyler. We're going to be doing Before the Bat. We're going to take the year and cover. We're going to go into detail on Batman Nightfall.
Oh
yes,
that's a long arc.
Couple prequels, all the way through Nightfall, the Return, all of it. So,
dang.
So yeah, on Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks every Monday starting in 2020, you'll be getting that, our coverage of Nightfall, and then here every Tuesday next year we'll be getting into your Nightwing news. So,
dang.
If you're a fan of Batman, check out both podcasts.
It's a busy year.
Mm-hmm. But we'd love it. All right, so should we get out of here?
Yes.
All right, send all your thoughts on everything we talked about, the reviews, the trivia. Again, send your thoughts when you watch the finale of Titans, because I don't know how quick we're going to turn that around and talk about that. So email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. The voicemail number is 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And you can always reach out to us on social media. Every Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media for all of our shows is in one place. Linktree, that's linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. There's where you can watch this video on our YouTube. That link's there too. Support our sponsors. There'll be an Amazon link. Use Amazon just normal, but when you use this link, it sends a couple dollars to the Southgate Media Group, helps keep the lights on. Oh, Hail Master Doom. Check out Hunt a Killer, and again, check out Pod Life the book. I'm in there. A bunch of our fellow podcasters are in there. And go to Amazon and pick up. you know you love Nightwing, so go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Written on
That's right. It'll be. I mean, now it's 5 years out of date, but it'll make a good gift for the Dick Grayson fan in your life for his 80th birthday.
I was gonna say, hey, if you're, if you see this Nightwing character is getting popular and you're not quite familiar with him, go pick up this book.
That's right. There are actually several pretty. I mean, all the articles are good, of course, but there are several that are good with history. Particularly, there is. One about the early years, and then the one that I wrote actually is the one about the transition to night.
And again, maybe you like the character, but you're not familiar with all 80 years. I mean, 80 years, come on, so.
That's a long time.
Yeah, bone up on some, your history. All right, so I did your plug, right?
Thanks, yes.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, yes, because, yeah. So, nice stocking stuffers, Pod Life the book, and Dick Grayson Boy Wonder, Give your loved ones the gift of reading.
That's true. A book, the gift that keeps on giving.
Hey, we're going to be the gift that keeps on giving, because like we said, weekly starting in January. But we're going to round out.
I don't know, that might be more of a threat.
We're going to round out the year with the review of the Titans finale, and then we'll hit the comics towards the end of December. So. Yeah. Send your thoughts for the answer the trivia. It's multiple choice. Come on. And 2, it's like, hey, got any suggestions for our big Dick Grayson 80th anniversary special, our weekly special? Send them in. The comment section below, that's your inbox. All right, Graysons. It's a great time to be a Nightwing fan. So, come back next time and keep on flying.